I'm bored. Gotta do something, right? And I love entertaining you guys. You guys are awesome. Hold on, let me get my thing real quick here.
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go. Are you?
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform and we'll see if I can find a signal to lock onto. Are you in or are you out? Make up your mind.
I'm right here, dumb bitch.
Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, well, looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy. And our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean, I've been looking for you for so long.
Who are you?
Sean, It's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
I'll kill them for this. All of them.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Sean, please. Calm down. I'll get you out of there.
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with... Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father? That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute.
Uh-huh. God. All we're missing are the teacups and the white rabbit.
Ah, levity. Excellent. A sure sign that you adapt quickly to stressful environments. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
It's really you. After all this time.
Yes. It's true. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you.
In a manner of speaking. Yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
60 years. So much time. Wasted.
I know. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I?
I think I've heard enough for now.
Very well. The Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Maybe. I don't know. This is so much to take in.
I know. And I am sorry. You have been through so much in such a short time. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
Things are pretty terrible up there.
I've seen it myself. I know. That is why we are so committed to creating a better life for ourselves here. And it's a life that you can now be part of. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities. Dr. Ayo in SRB. Dr. Holdren in Bioscience. And finally, Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Hi there.
Sometimes I hide my dad's work notes just to mess with him. It drives him crazy.
You little bastard. I fired Potter for that. Told him I'd give him a week to report his findings. Then fucked up. You cost him to lose his job, little bitch. And I still can't find where I'm going.
Personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo
Suck my dick, authorized personnel. That guy looks like a stormtrooper.
You're here. Glad you made it.
Robotics to knock some heads together.
What now?
They're dragging their feet on the targeting package upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with
We're
you.
all looking forward to working with you.
Please
I'm gonna
don't.
kill you all.
There's enough friction as it is
So,
between us and pretty much
here you
all
are.
the other departments.
Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider. The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions. It's nothing personal, I assure you. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth. Our primary responsibility...
I'm sure it's best for everyone if the synths remain here.
Certainly. We can't allow sophisticated Institute technology.
Right.
The results could be disastrous. Our main instrument is the Coursers hunt down and reclaim. They are highly self-sufficient. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered them already. In fact,
I'm no stranger to combat.
even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production line. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
I'd like to know more about the synth reclamation.
Fine. Once a course, we then begin the delicate... In those cases where the procedure is successful, all too often we're unable to repair the damage and are forced...
Scanning. Subject identified.
Would that prove a useful test subject for you, Doctor?
on batch 274?
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand...
Doctor.
I wonder how
Welcome.
the Warwick family
So
is
good
doing.
to have you here.
Young
Dr.
Wally
Clayton
must be
Holden,
close to 10 years old
head
by
of the
now.
Bioscience Division.
It's remarkable
I
that
can't
any
wait
child
for you
can
to see the
survive
work we're
for so
doing.
long up there, don't
It's
you think?
truly amazing.
I look forward to learning more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division's our most important directive. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora. We've even started to explore the idea of... You probably saw the...
Seems like there's nothing you guys can't do.
With hard work and ingenuity, any challenge. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is.
I'm not sure how well I'll fit in, but I'd like to give it a try.
Great.
Right.
In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Take care, then.
Dr. Holdren's Synth Gorilla project is showing promising results. Power armor, huh? You take down a Brotherhood soldier? I can't imagine living on the surface. It sounds like a nightmare.
Most men lack the patience to observe and document.
Been at it for 2 hours. How does she even...
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Excuse me, Dr. Lee?
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
That was productive.
I'm new around here.
You must think I'm some kind of idiot. Father may have given you the keys to the castle, but I still decide who goes in and who goes out of my laboratory. So why don't you just run along and let me get back to work?
Is this how you treat everyone? Or are you just putting on the charm for me?
I wasn't aware that I had to answer to you at all. You're obviously here for a reason, and you've already spoiled my experiment, so you might as well spit it out.
I'm not here for any reason in particular.
That's a load of crap, and we both know it. A Brotherhood of Steel airship arrives in the Commonwealth, you find a way to intercept our teleport signal, and now you show up at my door. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
I'm only here with good intentions. You have my word.
You're giving me your word, even though we just met? Fine. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
Are you happy here?
You'd think being surrounded by cutting-edge laboratory equipment and some of the greatest minds the world's ever known would be enough. Only problem is the lack of transparency. I don't think we get the full story on everything that occurs down here. What does that have to do with why we're talking?
You're wasting your time working for the Institute.
Oh, wait a second. You're asking me to rejoin them, aren't you? Why the hell would they want me back?
The Brotherhood valued your presence, and we'd like you to come back.
Well, how sweet of them. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
Father trusts me, and so should you.
He trusts you because you're family. I'm not. I can't just take your word for it.
The Brotherhood has always been straight with you.
I am getting a bit tired of all the secrets around here. Sometimes I feel like Father isn't being straight with me. But still, how can I turn my back on all of this?
Your work could be instrumental in freeing the Commonwealth.
You really know how to push my buttons, don't you? You know, I never understood why the Institute was so damn selfish. All those innocent people, yet we hide down here. It's not right. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. But I'm going to have to do it on my own. I can't take any chances being seen with you. Tell whoever sent you that they've just regained the services of Dr. Madison Lee. Now, for the sake of keeping up appearances, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Speaking of, I trust our discussion will remain between the two of us. Now, I need to get back to work, and I'm sure you have other things to do.
The commissary is always open. Would you like some processed sustenance packets?
Almost done. Just need to tighten
Excuse
up
me,
this
Doctor.
primary drive
You weren't
servo.
kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical. We maintain and upgrade all. There's a lot of machinery behind the work we do, might.
Sure.
So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that...
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. It'll be a load off Sean's mind. Take your time. Get yourself acquainted. There's a lot to take in. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Goodbye, then. That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out on these older models can't come soon enough.
I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
Sean,
I can't argue with
about
that.
this synth.
Even so,
You mean the child?
ready to see the full gen-
It's a fascinating project, really. There are issues to be solved, of course, but
Thank you, ma'am.
we've made remarkable progress.
He's definitely impressive.
Yes, it's pushed our technology to the limit. We've gained some valuable insights in terms of both hardware and software. I'll make sure it's brought back online in the near future. You'll have an opportunity to interact with him further. But I'll admit I'm curious. As a parent looking for a child, looking for the younger version of me, what do you think? Do you think you could love him? Like you would a real boy?
I don't need a synth. I found the real Sean.
Yes, but not the Sean you were looking for. In some ways, the synth is far closer to what you expected. I wouldn't claim to know everything you're feeling, but if in some small way the boy's presence can help, I hope you'll keep an open mind. Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand.
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible.
If
I'm
the
glad you
Institute
can
is so
appreciate what
awesome, why
we've
were you drinking out of a tin can?
None of it has been easy. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind, redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper super. The superior synth mind and body attempt.
If the synths are intelligent and self-aware, then they have a right to free will.
However closely they may approximate human behavior, they are still our creations. When you see what I have to show you, I think you'll agree that we know what is best for our synths. A rogue synth has taken over the Ritter Gang at Libertalia.
Light blue colored, man.
His
That's
memories
what
have been erased,
You'll change that.
and his identity altered. Under his leadership, I've dispatched
You gotta
a
look
course.
sexy across the battlefield at all times.
We'll bring that synth home.
That would be best for everyone. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
I can teleport. Feel like a badass like in Terminator 2 when Arnold shot the grenade launcher and destroyed all the cop cars and they just walked off and didn't give two shits. That's how I feel. I need that sniper rifle. I don't know where it is. This is honestly my favorite thing. Shotgun. Shoots explosive bullets. Come on, man. Don't get no better than that.
Like you could use a little pick-me-up. Am I right?
Let's see what you got.
Exactly what you need. Hands where I can see them.
Yeah, whatever. I'll do what I want.
Won't be saying that once you're dead. I think someone needs to get moving.
No funny business.
Talk shit, you get hit. That's all there is to it. Pretty shot. You know, normally those things are hard to take down, but when your minigun does like 50 damage per shot, it's kind of little pussies. Oh god, not those things. Those things I don't like. Hey, bitch!
Possible stealth unit in the AO.
Here I am, motherfucker! Still can't find the one that I want, but whatever. What color? I don't know what color is it. I can't see. I guess I can see if I do this. I'm like a trailer whore. This is my trailer park. I don't leave my trailer. And I don't leave the trailer park.
Hey there.
Can you believe synths are replacing humans with exact duplicates?
Isn't it odd that they didn't notice this dude?
You must be the courser I'm supposed to
I
meet.
guess he looks
Yes,
human,
sir.
so
Designation X688. I've already neutralized the perimeter guard. Just give the word, and we can start the assault on the main flotilla.
All right, let's go.
Right behind you, sir.
Alright, let's
Get her done.
I thought I shot 2 bullets at once. It don't seem like it.
I'm gonna...
Oh damn, I didn't mean to do that. Shit. Robots can swim? Easter egg went all the way up here. That's pretty cool. Cool. Oh shit, I didn't know. Okay, yeah, alright.
Come on.
Looks like he didn't survive that. Can opener. So I'm about to bust open these metal assholes.
No sign of him now.
Potato. I think one of them actually survived that. Yeah. Ooh, I think he got a nuke too. Shit. I'm like Deadpool, I pull things out of my ass. Come on, dog. Jesus, by the time you shoot this dude, we'll be out of dead. Don't drop the soap. There we go. I don't think that's quite accurate, but you know, okay. God. He's probably still in the ocean. Oh, there he is. I was going to say he's probably still in the ocean swimming. But there he is. This seems unsafe. Really, dickhead? I'd be fucked up if like a giant sea monster came out and attacked us. I wouldn't be surprised. get to the top, because that's where this badass is. Run away, fat ass. Doesn't make any sense. Fat asses don't run. I would know it from fat ass. So, like, the Raiders kidnapped this dude, or is he hanging out with the Raiders? I ought to hang out with Super Goodies, at least keep him safe from me.
The terminal's got this locked.
Gotta be something good in here. Nope.
Yes.
Nope. Balloon. I want to be nice. Come on. Don't want to sit down his head. Come on. Missed it. There it is. I'm gonna pop some tags.
Perfect.
Permanently more difficult to detect the sun. Look at that. All yellow. What the fuck, bro? This is harder to find than any Drake fans. You know, he's a faggot, nobody likes Drake. Eminem dogged his ass through. Maybe? I can't. I didn't think so. Aha! Maybe. All nerdy here. So. I understand. Is there like a secret passageway or some shit? Go away, guy. No one's stomping you. Oh god, that was close. I don't understand. Well, could have told us there, Blade. Fucking Wesley Snipes looking motherfucker.
Hold up a moment, sir. There's something important I need to tell you.
I'm listening.
I'm going to give you B592's reset code. If he hears the code phrase, it'll reset his cognitive processes and make him docile. You'll need to say B592 initialize factory reset, followed by the authorization code Gamma 71 Epsilon. Once he's shut down, I can transport him safely back to the...
Okay.
Good. I'd like to avoid any unnecessary violence.
Well, he might not be alone up there. Violence might be inevitable. That's all, sir. Ready when you are.
I like you. At least you're not like the other bitch. Oh, we're not here to kill people. Shut the fuck up. Nobody asked you. I'm gonna shoot him all in the face. Pop, pop, pop. Oh, you motherfucker. We were already in there and you made us go out.
Hi.
Keep your eyes open, sir.
Yes. What do these?
Well
Judging
done.
by your gear, I'm gonna guess you were agents.
Just like me.
Ah, made it to the top. Is the Institute so desperate for resources that it's stealing plunder from honest, hard-working Commonwealth gangs?
There's a lot of blood on your hands. That ends now.
That's the way you want it? Then
Uh-huh.
That's where I want it.
Nice work, sir. I'll take the safe back. This is X688. Ready to relay.
Bye.
Your quarters are just inside, sir.
You're already here. Man, that grinds my gears. You're already up here waiting to see me. I don't know how that is, but...
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Nobody wants to talk
My
to you.
daddy
Go
says
away.
your father's daddy, but he looks so much older than you.
I'm glad to see you return safely. I know the task was difficult. No. If we can put the lie to such assumptions. But enough about that. The task is done. And you've returned our synth safely to us. I couldn't have hoped for a better outcome. While you were away, you'll find all the basic... Go and have a look. I think.
Father's work is real inspiration.
Sir, we've had another situation. A code red.
Internet connection. Okay, I might cut out here, guys. Something fuck up their internet. Our TVs aren't working or nothing. Why are you just down there?
Inside, sir.
You see anything even remotely suspicious, report it immediately. This absolutely cannot happen again.
When you're finished here, sir.
Yes, sir.
Father wants to see you.
Son.
Hello, Father. Tell me, what would you do when someone has stolen from you?
After everything I've been through to find you, I think you already know.
I'm sorry, Father. Of course. You're right. The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute. Synths that had gone missing in recent months. And they no doubt mean to free these synths, in their delusion that synths are somehow sentient beings. You've been in contact with the Railroad, so you're aware of their misguided beliefs.
They mean well. They're only doing what they think is right.
You dealt with Libertalia. Usually they are a minor nuisance.
Sure.
I'm afraid we've reached a point where a response... We have learned the current location of these synths.
Mm-hmm. Where are the synths located?
A small settlement at the old Bunker Hill Monument. But it's important that we act on this soon, before the Railroad has any indication we've tracked them. We also don't want the Brotherhood of Steel getting wind of the presence of the synths. That would only...
Uh-huh. I'll act quickly. You can count on me.
You'll have a contact waiting for you just outside Bunker Hill. Good luck.
Oh, my shit, I destroyed my home. So much better than reloading 100 times. Get out of here. What the hell do you mean light? your utility's about to be soiled.
Something's out there. Intruder alert.
You're dead.
Sounding all clear.
No, damn it, don't fuck with my PC. Oh, damn. Sorry, buddy. I guess it doesn't matter. We're gonna be going to war with each other anyway.
I can't believe you'd do that for us. Thank you. I can't believe you'd do that for us. Thank you. You've given us another chance at life. We won't forget it.
Let's do this.
Can't think if I missed you. I'm sorry.
The human sense of the worst. They hide in plain
You're welcome, my man. Stay away from me. Supposed to kill.
Area sweep now.
Just it. Teresa did.
Hello. Gonna be a good fight. Gonna be a good fight. You must obey
Where you at, Shrek?
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope.
It's not so bad, really. People manage.
Perhaps. But at a cost too great to be worth it. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland.
Sure.
I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
They kept me alive, too.
They did, indeed. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of It only made sense that I'll admit, to not only do so, extraordinary.
So it was you. You let me out.
Yes. It was my decision. Certainly, it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? As it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to fight?
Sean, you need to know. I still love you.
I can see that you do. It's remarkable. Soon, I hope you'll understand. Everything I've done has been for the future. A future which I hope is not in jeopardy after recent events. Bunker Hill did not go well.
It's my fault. I wasn't able to complete the mission.
I gave you this opportunity to prove yourself. Particularly to prove to the Directorate that you deserve a place here.
That will now be significantly harder. There will be accusations that you deliberately sabotaged the mission.
Bunker Hill was to cement your place as a valuable asset to the Institute. It will now only raise suspicions. And to see the Brotherhood of Steel involved in this, they had no way of knowing what was going on. I will refrain from sharing the outcome with the Director.
Sure.
Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
I'm still kind of confused on which side I should join. Let's see what happens here. No, it's not.
received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
I've convinced her that the Institute is the enemy, not the Brotherhood.
Well done, Knight. As soon as Dr. Lee arrives. She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade. Now, I believe you still possess an important piece of data that Proctor Ingram is eagerly awaiting. I want, once again, Knight, you don't fail to impress.
Okay, guys, that's I'm gonna end it here. I'll be on at either 7 or 8 in the morning tomorrow if you wanna see the next part. I thank you all for watching. I ask you to subscribe, and I love you all. Have a good day. Night.